every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isa Crouch.
And this is...
Foreign Show!
On that foreign show.
Live and direct. We are here. Welcome to that foreign show. My name is Isaac Rakesh.
I'm Celestine Angel, and we have here with us...
Erick Chong.
Yeah.
Here on the Foreign Show on ADR Networks, activating your senses.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick things off, first of all, with the Insider segment. Now, today's Insider segment is very special, something that I want to talk to you guys about, a Mexican movie, all right? A very special movie.
Just in time, because it is the month of the Independence Day of Mexico.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Feliz Día de Independencia, Mexico. Pero
Good job.
not yet.
Not yet.
Next week.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we are inviting Erick here, and he's doing a lot for the Chinese community, but it's Chinese Mexican community, right? Because it's like he's developing it like for that connection of the Chinese
we're gonna
Mexican
get
thing.
into that in just a second.
Yes, later.
Let me tell you guys a bit
segment.
about this movie, all right? The name of this movie that I want to talk about, right, is called Prayers for the Stolen, all right? In Spanish, is Noche de Fuego, all right? Brilliant movie. Before I get into that, I just want to tell you guys a bit about Mexican cinema. Mexican cinema is... This place for many years has been a kind of like a crucible or a melting pot of like art, like for many years. And it's been that way since in the year 1896 was when it actually started with President Porfirio Diaz. What this president did was he actually saw some short films and he was like, wow, maybe I can use these films to get some votes. And that's how Mexican cinema kind of got started, right?
So it was a political...
It was a political
beginning,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
I see, but Mexican cinema right now is like... I mean, we met doing like acting,
Commercials
extras,
and
commercial.
movies, everything. Yeah.
So and we can see the Mexican cinema growing even from our experience, these years,
Yeah.
right? And but then Mexican cinema has a special place. It's like that people are coming here even
Yeah.
from US and
Yes.
everything. Yeah,
And I mean, you guys know Roma, which is a 2017
Roma,
movie.
yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Actually,
Harry was on it, right?
Yeah, and I have a few friends there that they were on. Do you remember there's a scene where they are practicing martial arts on the movie?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it, yeah, but I know like everyone went to practice beforehand. Yeah, did you help with that? Because I mean, you
No.
do kung fu, right?
Yeah, I did. I did kung fu, but actually, I wasn't on that movie, so I didn't have anything on that
okay,
one.
okay. Mhm.
Well,
this
okay, so
movie,
this movie, yeah, seriously, okay. Now, guys, I just want to make a long story short, okay? Sometimes when we see certain movies and it looks very artistic, like very like, sometimes it feels like
you get a bit turned off, like
you
if
get
it's
turned off,
too
like,
arty-farty.
why are you trying to be so artistic?
Yeah.
But this movie is special, all right? This movie is special. I want you guys to go check it out on Netflix. It is on our Insider segment. Like I said, it's called Noche de Fuego or Prayers for the Stolen. Shout out to Tatiana Huezo, the director. This movie is artistic, I feel, in the right way. It is artistic. It makes you feel each scene. You actually feel what they're trying to say without it being direct.
Yeah, that's what Isaac was telling me earlier. He was saying that like the arty-fartiness actually like gives you those moments where you can actually like feel the emotions better.
Yes, exactly, of the scene.
Mhm.
So seriously, go watch this movie. And I just want to say something about this movie. There's this person who's acting in this movie, Guillermo Villegas. I'm sure everybody
Yes.
knows him. He does these skits on Backdoor. Yo, shout out to you, man. Yo, this guy, he acts in the movie as a teacher. I don't want to give any spoilers away, all right? But powerful acting.
So he's not funny in this movie, right?
He's-
He's acting as he's a comedian, but this movie he was acting like serious.
A serious guy.
Yeah, he's acting like a serious guy, like a
you
teacher.
know him, right? He's so funny. Isaac showed me so many
So many skits, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone knows him from the Harina skit, like the he's a cop, and then they find some what looks like cocaine or something, and then he's like, "Déjame ver, see, let me see if it's cocaine." And then he starts taking, and next thing you know, he's flying Aya Papaya. And next thing you know, in all the cumbia songs, his voice is there. So shout out to you, man. Yo, this dude is the funniest ever. My favorite skit in Backdoor is actually this skit where he sits down with his family. He says, "Papa, Mama, now I'm 30 years old. It's time for me to grab life and build my own path, And the mother is like, "Yes, see." And then he says, "It's time for you guys to move out." He says, "I need my independence." And then the father is like, "What do you mean we move out? You have to move out, no?" And then he says, "With what money? With what job? Con qué dinero? Con qué dinero? Con qué trabajo?"
yeah.
Really funny. Backdoor. Go watch it. Go watch Noche de Fuego on Netflix. Insider Today. Mexican cinema. Beautiful. Let's get another round of applause for all these beautiful people, all these artists. Yeah, all these artists who make these things happen together. It takes so many people to make a movie happen, and these guys have done it.
Yeah, and Mexican cinema is a hardworking cinema, man. Like we know, we have been there. We worked
Yes.
hours to
Yes.
complaining and everything. But yeah,
Yes.
we're very proud of
Very
Mexican
proud of
cinema.
that, and being on set and over here is like it's pretty organized, the way that everything is.
Yeah.
Everything flows and everyone's like very hardworking. Like
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, the
There's a
productions and
beauty in it.
everyone's always working so well
Mhm.
on this environment.
Together, no?
Yeah.
And the stuff that you are involved in also needs a lot of teamwork to what did you tell the people a bit about
Chao Long.
Xiao Long, it's a lion dance troupe actually. It starts this year. We got 5 years old already.
Okay.
So actually, it begins like a dream. When I came back from China, I decided to start a new kind of group, just focus especially to make people understand and find what's culture, what's Chinese culture, and how involved. Because culture is not about just the food; it's about religion, it's about politics, it's about history that sometimes that people forget
Yes.
about it. It's like Japanese is not it's not just about for example anime or that stuff. No,
That's just the pop culture thing.
yeah,
and go
that's just the
deeper.
pop culture or the K-pop culture that it's just focused on the K-pop.
Yeah. Mhm.
So Chinese culture is bigger than that. Even if you start to think about lion dance, when actually I'm the fourth generation here in Mexico City.
Right.
How do I call it? It's like
So
I'm
let's
the-
just give Eric a little background. He's the president of the line dance troupe here in Mexico, also connected to the international
Kwan Sen Kong. Yeah.
Kwan Sin Kong group, which began in Johor. Like, I mean, where we are from Singapore, so Johor is right next door. So that was very cool for us when we heard that.
Yes. Shout out to
And-
all our Malaysian friends who are watching, and yes, big up to you guys.
He's also the representative of that group, the Kun Siang,
The Kwan Sen Kong. Yeah.
and he's fourth generation Chinese.
Chinese
So-
overseas. Yeah.
Mhm. Which is pretty cool that you're like 50-50, because it was like, that means the whole generations before they just married Chinese people.
And it's funny because sometimes they say that, for example, my mom and my uncles, the people say that they don't look as Chinese I am as I look. So it's funny.
It skipped the
Yeah, they skip our generation.
Yeah, and you have brothers, right?
Yeah, I have a brother right now. He's living in Chihuahua,
Oh,
but he studied his degree on Beijing
nice. So he speaks Mandarin.
very fluently.
Wow.
Actually, yeah. So
Yeah.
if I need to translate something, I need to ask him because
Mhm.
Chinese is totally better than mine.
And he looks Chinese as well, or you look more Chinese?
I think, or at least the people believe that I look more Chinese than my brother. Just
Okay.
a bit, not that much.
Mhm.
If you look us as far away, you're gonna see us as twins. But
Yeah, I think I've seen a photo of him, and you guys really look alike. Both very tall and lanky, and then you have the long faces, and yeah.
yeah, and actually, it's funny because when you're fourth generation Chinese overseas here, people always ask you, "It's like, are you Chinese?" And I said, "Like, no, I'm Mexican." But if you're going to China, and nobody's gonna believe you that you're
Mexican.
You're not Chinese. Yeah.
Yes.
So I live
They're gonna be like,
between.
why you don't speak Mandarin? Like, what's going on, right? Yeah.
Yeah, or sometimes the people say like, "Why you're if your family is from Canton, why no you don't speak Cantonhua?" And it's like, I
Also,
don't know.
you are your ancestors are from Guangdong.
yeah. Actually, I still have family there.
Mm.
My family is from a little village called Chungsan. Actually, it's not a little village anymore. It's like a big city.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
That's near Guangdong.
Yeah,
It is
So
in
it's
Guangdong.
inside Guangdong.
Okay. And it's like a coastal, like what we saw. Guangdong is actually a coastal city or a coastal town, right? It's very close to the.
It's
to
a
the
big
water, right?
It's a big
I remember
province.
Fujian. Fujian was.
Oh, Fujian. Okay.
Fujian was. Yeah,
All right,
Guangdong I don't remember.
Okay.
Whether, yeah.
Guangdong is actually a big province.
Okay.
The cities closer to Hong Kong is Shenzhen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Shenzhen.
it's like Hong Kong is the next point. That's why they all speak Cantonese.
Yeah, maybe that's why there's a joke that they say that even you can swim to cross from
mainland.
Yeah, from mainland to Hong Kong
Oh,
if you're
man.
not afraid of the sharks or something like that.
Yeah, I know like when like China and Hong Kong was like the people that were trying not to follow the government of China, then they all escaped to Hong Kong, and maybe that's where they swam there. No, I mean, I have not much idea of that. But yeah.
Wow, very interesting the whole thing. And I mean, this. Can you tell the people a bit about that Line Dance Association that is like that you are part of, that you represent the Mexican chapter of? This is an international thing, right?
Yeah. Kwan Sen Kong, it's like the main Kwan Sen Kong group. It's in Johor, but the alliance is around all the world. Actually, there's in
The HQ is in Hong Kong, right?
right now that the HQ is on Hong Kong.
Mhm.
The president of the alliance right now, it's from Hong Kong. Maybe the next head director is gonna change it. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a Mexican. I don't.
Maybe it's
Maybe I'm
gonna
gonna be the next one.
If
No, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hard. It's possible, but it's gonna be hard because my Chinese is not that good, and probably I need to improve my Chinese.
but that's how you improve, right? If you're in an activity that you have to improve fast, that's how you improve.
Yeah, actually, sometimes I have meetings at 3 a.m. here
To meet the Hong Kong time.
to meet
Johor time.
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur.
Oh my god, I miss Kuala Lumpur and Johor. And all that.
Yeah, a lot of
KL.
friends said that Kuala Lumpur has a really, really good food. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
missing that
Malaysia
part.
has good food, of
My God.
course. Yeah, that part of Southeast Asia has amazing food. Yeah.
Let's not even go there. We don't have enough time to talk about the food.
Yeah,
Malaysia.
but I mean, I'm really interested to ask you like your intention for the lion dance troupe. It's like the idea is to promote awareness for the Chinese community here, and as well as the Mexican community to understand Chinese culture, or what is the focus?
Yes. Actually, you are totally right. But at the same time, I'm trying to help not just Chinese overseas who's living here in Mexico. I'm trying to help all Asians community here that they are living here, because for us, I mean, all the Asians overseas that are here, sometimes the people don't understand where we a step in the place. So just because sometimes we don't know if we're Chinese or we're Mexicans, or because maybe the first generation that they are coming here, they're gonna say like, yo, no, you know, I'm Chinese. So for example, you're Singapore. I can say I'm Singaporean.
Right.
Yes.
But for example, if you have kids or something like that, they won't understand. They don't want to. They will.
They don't know who they are, right?
Yeah. So we're trying to make that support. It's like, you're not the only one living here. Your traditions, all the things that you know, we can support you. You're not alone here. There's a
Right.
lot of different kind of these people here.
Yeah, I mean that's
Wow.
beautiful. Like it's
That's very
inclusive for the Mexican Chinese like experience.
And I also want to say this thing at this point, like, you know, we've met a lot of people and talked to a lot of people, different groups and stuff. And this one pattern seems to be coming up. Traditionally, when we think of tradition or what is like cultural traditions, there is a impression that it's something old or something passé. But actually, if you look at the people who are progressive, who are intelligent, who are trying to make change in the world, like Eric, for example, you see that these people actually connect with this tradition, connect with their roots, connect with what other people might deem as from the old school. You know what I'm saying? And this is a very, very strong and interesting point, because you see that tradition is always here. Tradition is in a sense a part of the things that some people or progressive people try when they're trying to create something new. It is not always something completely new. In fact, it is full of the traditions of the past. And I salute people like that who embrace these things and see, how can I take this and make it my own and make it new and fresh? Let's get a round of applause, y'all. Let's get a round of applause for that. Let's get a round of applause. Yes, for sure. Yeah, and people who do these things. Now I want to ask you a question. Traditionally, the impression that we have of lion dance is from where we are from is like, for example, when someone opens a new business and then they invite the troupe to have this sort of like a ceremony.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's trying to bring good luck to that place.
Yes.
Or that
So
things.
I mean, you guys do that here as well, right?
Yeah,
For businesses?
we do that one when somebody make an anniversary or open a new place, or even on the weddings. Actually, I don't know, but on this year we did a lot of weddings.
And they are not Chinese.
No, they were Chinese. They
they're
are
Chinese.
Chinese. They are
Okay.
totally Chinese.
But have you done it for Mexicans as well, like
For a
like-
wedding?
or for anything like their business opening or
Yes,
right?
yeah, we do. Actually, we work or we help each other with a alcaldía here in Mexico. So sometimes when they need help for an event or something like that, we went with them. We go with them and help them for their
I see.
performance. Yeah.
And I mean, you guys are the only lion dance troupe in Mexico.
No. There's a lot of
there's
actually.
more. Okay.
Actually, lion dance is so easy to make. It's like you buy lions and suddenly you make a good marketing, or you can put lights on your lions or something like that, and suddenly you have lions. The question here is like, what are you sharing to the people? It's like
The message.
we're not just marketing. We're not just something like
Not gimmicky. You're not just trying to. Yeah.
no. There's a lot of feeling. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of knowledge that you need to know, and maybe it's hard. That's the hardest part to know,
Right.
because, for example, you cannot do some things for bring good luck for a new business, but there are troops that they are doing that. It's like, no, I'm just gonna dance because people want to dance, and that's all. No,
Oh.
but Chinese communities that actually they know about lion dance or something like that, they will know that when you're doing the good things or you're not doing
Right,
the
like
good
the
things.
intention for that, for
Yeah.
drawing that energy, right? Yeah.
They know the messages. They know the symbolisms there in every step that you're doing. You know,
Mm.
if you're doing as polite as it's supposed to be, because at least on this part of the Chinese Southern Lion dance, there's a lot of symbolisms, because even if you see a lion head, you're gonna from the south part, you're gonna see a Chinese opera mask. You're not gonna see just a lion. Something there's that's
Very
the usual
interesting.
question is like, why you're dancing lions, because they are not looking as lions as I know. And it's like, yeah, but it's like there's a lot of meanings inside it. And if you look inside this new hat, you're gonna see a Chinese opera mask, and they are trying to.
What does it signify? Like, what is the meaning of the opera mask inside the lion?
Because actually from the Southern Lion, they become from the opera.
From the opera dance troupe, right?
So that's why you use the same instruments as the opera, and that's why they are not like singing or something. They are always making emotions with the music, and that's why the music and the dancing, they are together. They are always saying like, why you say it's a dancing. There's not a dancing. No, actually, it's dancing. That's why we have music. That's why we are trying to make emotions, and we're trying to tell stories about that. Because every lion and every performance, you're trying to tell a story inside it. And we actually
like opera,
like opera. You know, the Journey to the West. They are so common that story about the Monkey King and that stuff.
Yes.
Or, for example, the Three Kingdoms, the story of the poem of the Three Kingdoms. They are usually that performance and that poems that they are used on this lion dance performance. So if you see a traditional lion dance red, you're gonna understand that they are speaking about Guang Gong or Guan Yu, and you're something. That's a hero. Or if you see a yellow lion with a lot of different colors, you're gonna say, oh, it's Liu Pei.
These are the symbologies.
Yeah, the symbolism of the different heroes.
Wow.
Or if you see a white lion, because white on Chinese traditions, it's for funerals. It's not a good color, the white color. So
if you see white, what does it mean? Like
that somebody died. If you see a lion
that's
dancing,
what I was thinking. I see.
If you see a really, really white lion, like sad lion, you're gonna understand that there's a funeral, something like that. And there's teams that they are dancing like white lions. It's like, come on.
Right. Yeah, like it's like it's the lion that's supposed to be for celebration, and if you see a white lion, it's like counterintuitive, right? And like, how would you say that your dance troupe is the skill level? Like, what would you say? Like, are you guys like pretty good at the I know you.
I would say
jump
they're
very
pretty good.
high.
I mean, I know Eric, and I know that
I've seen you guys.
they have participated in international competitions also.
Yeah, we participate in an international competition. I still believe that, not just Mexico, and maybe some they are going to be angry with me, but I believe that from Mexico to all Latin America, we are not as prepared as, for example, North America and Asia. We're not on the same level. So every team that they are saying like, no, we are so good. We can compete anytime, blah, blah, blah. I can truly tell you that we are not at the same level as them.
Like Asia.
Yeah, we are like 20 years after them. It's like they are working
But you
better
guys
than
are
us.
improving and improving. I know you guys work hard. I have seen you practice and stuff. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, we're practicing a lot because we thank a lot the help we receive from White Cranes from San Francisco team, from KSK from Malaysia. Our
Yes.
Sifus, they are always helping us. Sifu Sio, Sifu Puaisan from Malaysia, they are always helping us a lot.
Is the Malaysian Shifu here?
They are gonna come next year on June.
Cool.
Actually, sorry, that's the new. They're-
So Shifu means teacher in Chinese. So generally, like you will say Shifu if you're learning anything Chinese, like mahjong.
But there's also a spiritual significance when you call someone your sifu. It's more than teacher.
It's
like
very respectful.
he's almost like your guru.
your
Mhm.
father.
like
It's part of your father.
Because Fu is father.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, Fu is father.
that's why it's like such a close relationship. Actually, yeah, very respectful, very close.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us right now, this is That Foreign Show, and we are talking with Eric. All right, we're talking about a lot of
With the
different interesting
president
things.
of
Yes,
the Lion Dance Troupe, Mexico. Yeah.
exactly.
And like I like continue to like talk about this like kind of shifu or like this style of Chinese culture. Like back in Asia, generally we call everybody that is older or younger than us in some relation to us. Like for example, like we call all like okay, let's say you're going to buy food and the lady that is serving you the food, if she's older than me, I call her auntie.
Yeah, we can.
You know, right?
Yeah.
So like when we came to Mexico and then we met our friends' parents, it's for us very rude to call them by their names. But then here, I think if we call them by their names, by like we call them uncle, they're going to be like, why are you calling me uncle? I'm not your uncle,
I'm not
you
that
know?
old.
Yeah, and I'm not that old, or like I would like to be who I am. And like it's interesting this cultural difference for us because it opens our minds not to just be like fixed on like this like certain ideas that we have in Asia. And here also we have like basically there's a lot of back in Singapore we also have a lot of platonic friendships, like for me an older guy friend, I'll be like, to me he's like older brother, you know. I have a lot of these kind of feelings, and that is purely platonic or brotherly or sisterly.
Right.
But I think in Mexico it is kind of like it's not so fast assumed. Like for example, if you are going to be super nice to someone of the opposite sex that's older than you or younger than you, with that brotherly sisterly feeling, they might think that you actually like them or something, right? You know what I mean? Like,
You're flirting
that
with
you're
them.
flirting with them. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a different culture. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very-
basically everybody in Asia is your uncle, your auntie, your brother, your sister. Yes.
Yeah, but this is really, really interesting. And this, like, Eric mentioned a few points that I found very interesting. This thing about the Chinese opera, like if you guys are not aware of the Chinese opera, you will see this the people who are acting the Chinese opera with the full makeup, white makeup, and big eyebrows, and they're kind of singing, and it's very interesting because it's so ingrained in the Chinese psyche, right? That it is really a big part of the Chinese culture. And people like, for example, Bruce Lee. When you see him fighting and you see him making those sounds, it's like woo and all that kind of sounds. It's actually from the Chinese opera, right? Like that's where he gets some of that.
I think it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you didn't know it, Jackie Chan, his martial arts style, he came from the Chinese opera. Actually, he was part of the Chinese opera.
Yeah, and Jackie Chan sings too and everything. So yeah. I can see that connection. Also,
Very cool.
he's very inspired by Bruce Lee. So the connection there.
There's a movie where they work together. No,
Mhm.
I don't know which movie.
Yes, when Jackie Chan was very young. And,
Yeah, it's super. He was an extra.
Oh yes.
You guys, if you know the movie, just drop us a comment and tell us if you know about the movie with Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
They work together in the same movie. Yeah.
So Eric, your contributions, like we find it very interesting and the way that you do stuff, and also like how you actually contribute like to the community here, and you also mentioned that you're trying not just to help the Orientals, but basically you're trying to help people, right? You're trying to help people.
That's the main point of everything. It's like try to make a little bit better the world. So for example, that's something that I love to do. It's like I train with kids. There's a lot of teams that they don't like to work with kids because they are too young. And sometimes
But how did it fit into the huge lion dance outfit?
there are smaller lion dance, and actually, I'm pretty proud of. There's a kid, and I'm gonna say hi. He's watching, right? His name is Orome, and he's
Orome.
11 years old. And actually, I can say that he's the best drummer Mexico has.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes I start like just making some changes of the way he played the drum,
Uh-huh.
but maybe I don't need to say this one because he's gonna believe it too much and he's gonna change the way he is. But the way he played the drum is really, really, really good. And the last time when we went to Querétaro and we went to a Chinese wedding, they said like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe this kid is playing like a Chinese guy."
How cool! Like
Very
I mean,
cool.
when you see little geniuses like this, you're already amazed, right? And then he's playing for the Lion Dance Troupe to dance. Amazing. Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I mean-
basically, it's drummers that are setting the music, right?
Yeah, we play drums, cymbals, and gong. They're the main instruments that we use on Lion Dance.
Okay, I have a question for you. Actually have a few questions, but I want to ask you this. I'm going to use movies as a metaphor. Like when you're filming a movie on set, there's like some kind of pecking order. For example, if you're extras, you're here, and then you have your crew, or then you have your whatever sound guy, then you have your director, your actor. So there's like an order. There's like an order because the director has the vision, the actor is acting it out. So in this same way, like when you guys set up your show or set up your segment, do you have like some kind of pecking order? Like, okay, this person is very skillful, so he becomes the head of the lion. Or this person, you're not so skillful. Okay, is it like this? Is that how you?
Yeah, how you guys decide like who does what?
Who does what? It depends of the performance, but mostly I need to see the physical
Build.
the physical build of the person, because if we're thinking about as a sport, because lion dance is not just culture, even it's a sport right now.
Yeah.
You cannot put a guy or a girl who's really really has a lot of weight on the front of the tail on the head, because
The front is where they jump, right?
the front is where they jump. So who's gonna be able to take care of her or him? It's gonna be so heavy.
You need like a small person or light person.
Or I need a light person. Otherwise, it's gonna be harder. And it's not just about height. It's about the dedication they are working on it. Otherwise, you're gonna look like you're wearing a big costume that they are not working. It's like you need to work a lot and train a lot to make the expression. The expression is the hardest part. If you're not training to make expression of happiness, of sadness, of curiosity, it's gonna be hard. Actually, it's gonna be really, really hard, and you're not gonna be able to make all these performances.
How do you do that? Like with the lion dance, with the lion head? How do you do the expressions of the happiness? Is from the body, right?
It's from the body. It's from the way you make all that movements. It's like maybe you are gonna put the head up, and you're just gonna move the hands. But if you don't move all your body, you know that there's not gonna be enough synchronized.
I get it. It's like whole body expression.
And the other part that is the body of the lion. Sometimes we call it the tail, but actually it's like Shiwei. I don't know.
Shiwei, I think it's the
So
tail.
it's like
I think so,
yeah. So if they are not having the good timing or the correct connection between the head and the tail, they are not gonna be able to do a performance or do or perform as a sport or do something.
Right. How technically challenging, like to get a cool dance going on with the entire body.
I sometimes I said like lion dance is one of the most beautiful sports in the world, and maybe there's a lot of people who's gonna hate me because I say that one. But in lion dance, you cannot say like it's me working. It's like we are working. The word is we, because no one is seeing you. And if somebody see your face or something like that, you're not doing a good lion dance. because you're losing all the emotion, all the expression. You're losing the perspective of that it's a lion.
Yeah.
And if the tail is not doesn't have enough confidence on the head, and the head doesn't have enough confidence on the
How interesting.
on the tail, you're gonna fall down. You're gonna have injuries. You're gonna have
like you have to work at one, right? You
there's
need
a
to
lot
be
of
one.
timing inside, and if the music group, they are not focused and having that timing, the right timing with the lion, the music and the lion, they're not gonna work together, because maybe the music is gonna play something so happy and loudly, and the lion is gonna be like almost sleeping and sadly, and it's gonna be like, what is going on here?
That's why this is really a team effort, and I think it really shows the Chinese way of life as well, because like the whole Chinese cultural thing is always about building the community together. And I think in general Chinese people, even if they are not very warm as as a whole, but they always feel like they are very connected with their community.
Different kind of expression with the community, right? Like in China, the Chinese culture, and also Mexican or Latin.
I mean,
different.
Why I say that they don't seem as warm is just the difference between Mexicans and Chinese. Like Mexicans are extremely warm.
We are thoroughly extremely warm. It's like we are huggers. We want to hug everyone.
I'm a hugger too, so I'm happy with that.
Huggers are us. Yo, ladies and gentlemen. Now, sometimes when I see the lion dance, right, and I look at it and I see, when they're jumping on the poles, it's like, okay, that's tough. Like they have to practice where the thing is. It's like, how do these guys do it? I'm sure you guys have seen that.
Some major
also.
kung fu there, right?
Yes, it's like a kung fu. It's like, how do you jump? And some guy, okay, I look at that and I'm like, wow, that's tough. But then I see this thing, I think it's a dragon. And I look at it and I think, oh, that one looks a bit easier, because you have a guy
they hold with sticks.
holding his sticks.
Do you guys do that as well?
Yeah, actually, we're gonna have a new dragon. If there's nothing changed, we're gonna have a new dragon on maybe for the next year.
Wow.
So dragon and lion, they are totally different. If we talk about mythology, the lions are the sons of the dragon, but they are not dragons. That's such funny things about it. But the dragon, I'm talking about the sport, it's totally different. I think, in my common sense, lion dance is harder than dragon dance, but dragon dance sometimes need more timing, group timing, because there are 9 or to 10 guys playing the dragon.
Oh,
and
wow.
in lion, how many?
2. We are 2
Only
with them.
front and back.
Front and back, and the music. And on the dragon, you need to be.
I thought there were more.
No. On dragon, we need to be 9. The pearl.
9 is crazy.
9. The pearl and the music. So
The pearl.
actually,
The pearl is
the pearl.
some
the pearl
guy
is-
holding
yeah.
in front.
front,
The ball.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And it's totally not connected with the dragon. So sometimes the dragon head make totally different changes,
Oh.
and suddenly the player who's playing the ball is like, what? I need to fix everything so fast. So I don't know. As a exercise, I believe that the lion dance is harder than the dragon dance. But for talking about teamwork, the dragon dance, I believe it's harder than lion. Maybe, at least for my opinion.
Yo, I've seen this one thing, right, where they did with this lion dance troupe. They put some oranges on the floor, and then the lion comes in, like with the head and everything, and then he comes and he eats the fruit, and then a few minutes later, it's like the lion moves away, and you can see on the plate, it's like some kind of character. It's like, how do they? Is it the guy who's in front
It's like
who's
magic.
killing the orange?
That's
Oh, it's a secret.
That's
Okay, it's a trade
That's
secret.
like,
Yeah.
But actually,
They
both
take
of
it in
them.
and put it out, right? Yeah.
When I said like
Oh, okay.
lion, it's a lot of tradition that you need to know. It's like, as a teacher, as a coach, I need to teach them, all the team members, all these tradition. I need to tell them calligraphy. I need to tell them symbology, because for example, the orange, the pomelos, the mandarins, everything has a meaning, and
Yes.
you need to understand that meaning. And if you're gonna do it, you need to know why are you doing that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes all the difference with the delivery. Yeah, I totally get it.
The why.
Yeah,
Very
actually,
interesting.
I really appreciate like coming to Mexico and then meeting you and you're doing this lion dance thing. I appreciate that so much because back in Asia, from a very modern part of Asia, Singapore, like we don't really like we don't know much about. I mean,
Yeah.
like lion dance is everywhere. Like every time they have like Chinese New Year, you will see it everywhere. New restaurant opening, blah blah blah, you will see it. But we never really got into it, and it's because we are in Asia, and you don't really care, you don't really think about it when you're there. But when you are so far away, and then like I see you doing it, like I get more and more like interested. Like, oh yes, it's really cool. What does it mean? Blah blah blah. Kind of thing.
Yeah, and the meanings and stuff. You can actually go really in depth into these things, right? Like the why you're doing stuff and
Yeah, and I definitely like seeing that like the Chinese culture here, like like in its essence, because this is not like pop culture thing, like what we were saying. This is traditional. It's history. It's
Yeah, even if it's now a pop culture because we're seeing as a sport. When I was on Facebook one time, I saw like somebody post a guy, two Chinese guys jumping on the poles just without all the custom, and he said, "Oh, look, that's the new parkour that they practice in China." And I was like, "Okay."
yeah, it could be seen that way, right? Parkour.
Time out. No.
It's like, okay.
But it could be seen that way, like
It
the
could be seen that
parkour.
way, yes.
It's
It could be
yeah,
seen that
it's
way.
so skillful. It's like jump over the place.
But this guy's been doing it for thousands of
Oh
years
yes,
already.
there's
Thousands.
the timeout part there. That's right.
There's a famous phrase around all these Chinese groups around the world that they say like, we are preparing 10 years just for dancing 10 minutes.
Oh my god, yeah, wow. It's so true because there's so much effort that is put into it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we have like about 5 minutes left, and like I hope that like people who are watching like and wanted to know more about the Chinese culture, the lion dance troupe, I hope you find it interesting, and like maybe like Eric could sum up some points that he thinks is good for the foreigner community here to know, like in terms of like what you do for the Chinese community here as a fourth generation Mexican Chinese. Sorry.
What I do? Come on, that's a hard question. I try to make them understand that they are not alone. First of all,
very good. Yeah.
Second one, that it's so common for us that we love tacos, and at the same time we can go and the same morning go to eat dim sum because we are so hungry.
Because they're Mexican Chinese.
Because we are Mexican Chinese.
Yeah. I mean, how many like Chinese descendants do you actually have in the group? There are a lot of Mexicans, pure Mexicans, right?
Right now, I have, for example, I have one from Chile.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he's
Chinese.
No. He's totally.
He's
from
totally
Chile.
Chilean. Okay.
She's totally Chilean. I have a girl who has the ascendant from Japanese and Indian too.
Oh, wow. So it's basically whoever is interested in learning more about lion dance, joining the lion dance troupe is good exercise, and just
I
find
learn
this
from
guy.
Chinese community and learn from Chinese.
Yeah, we'll put up all his Instagram details and.
Yeah, what about that boy, the 11-year-old drummer? Is he also purely
Mexican? Yeah,
It's
he's Mexican.
really interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So I mean I have seen your group. Actually, there are a lot of Mexicans, and they are very interested in lion dance, right? That's why they joined.
Yeah, that's a way I took from for example from Filipinos team. From Filipinos team is like no. You're not, just because you're Chinese. You're not Chinese. You cannot be on my team. No. Wait.
Yeah,
they are from Filipinas. You are part. Yeah, I'm from Filipina. My team is from Filipina. Why I cannot take people from Filipinas? That's why I believe it's like we're Mexicans. If our mission is try to make them know. I mean, for Mexican people know about Chinese traditions, but at the same time, our mission is to make the world make it spread onto the world that Mexico has a team that they are working. Why are we not taking Mexican people here that they can train and they can make their skills as they are?
Exactly.
All right,
big up Team Mexico. Yeah, and we want them to go all the way. We
are really proud of you guys.
Yes.
But we have reached the end of our show. Thank you so much for joining us here. I hope you enjoyed everything that Erick had to share. Like, I think it's super interesting information. So, we'll see you again next week.
Yes.
I'm Celestine Angel.
I'm Isaac Rakesh. He is
Erick Chong.
And we're here activating your senses. Peace out. Thank you to all who joined us here on That Foreign Show. It's been awesome. I'm Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
That foreign show.